The 2010s have been an incredible decade for the JRPG genre, and while Final Fantasy is often the first name that comes to mind, there are countless other gems that have graced our screens. In a time where Final Fantasy XIII trilogy didn't quite light the world on fire for many players, several other games stepped up to the plate, showcasing innovative battle systems, captivating narratives, and jaw-dropping visuals. So let's embark on a journey through the top 10 JRPGs of the 2010s that are worth your time. Resonance of Fate. Tri-Ace, the masterminds behind the wildly varying Star Ocean series and the esteemed Valkyrie profile. Resonance of Fate is their enigmatic creation that perplexed many upon release, only to later become a cherished cult classic. This eccentric JRPG takes a page from John Woo's action playbook, featuring adrenaline-pumping, wall-leaping combat with guns blazing. Expect gravity-defying flips, dual-wielding pistols, and exhilarating airborne shots in one of the most visually striking battle systems ever seen in the genre. But don't let the spectacle fool you. Beneath the flashy exterior lies a complex web of mechanics that demands mastery to progress. You'll need to wrap your head around various bullet types, enemy defenses, tactical positioning, and intricate combinations of all these elements to avoid firing fruitlessly.
I'm ready.
Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler might seem like it's chasing the coattails of Bravely Default and SNES classics like Romancing Saga 3 and Final Fantasy VI, but don't be fooled. Unlike Bravely Default's traditional JRPG progression, Octopath Traveler embraces the open-world, quest-driven, non-linear RPG format that has become so prevalent. I understand that some players are not a fan of this style, but Octopath Traveler's jaw-dropping retro visuals, enchanting music, and brilliantly crafted battle system may change your mind. With the same producer as Bravely Default's at the helm, the game elevates the combat experience, allowing for intricate customization and synergies among the 8 protagonists. Don't expect a simple throwback to the golden age of JRPGs, as Octopath Traveler is far more than that. If you're searching for something of a classic JRPG experience, you might need to keep looking. While the mission structure can feel formulaic at times, and the dialogue might be a tad verbose, taking a leisurely approach to the game allows Octopath Traveler's unique blend of old and new to truly shine. Xenoblade Chronicles. It's no surprise that Xenoblade Chronicles earns its spot on this list, as it's widely regarded as a standout JRPG from its time. Amidst the rise of Western RPGs, Monolith Software stepped up, crafting a game that embraced contemporary RPG elements while donning the classic JRPG garb. Much like other open-world side-quest-driven RPGs, Xenoblade Chronicles rewards players at every turn, from exploring new locations to engaging with NPCs and vanquishing monsters. It's an experience that feels all too familiar for RPG enthusiasts over the past decade. But where Xenoblade Chronicles truly shines is in its setting. A world built upon the backs of 2 colossal warring titans, and its plethora of flamboyant outfits and eccentric characters, leaving even Japan's most extravagant designs in awe. Valkyrie Chronicles 4. Say what you will about Sega, but they certainly know how to make a comeback. After the universally acclaimed Valkyrie Chronicles in 2008, Fans eagerly awaited more, only to face a decade of turmoil for the franchise, filled with lackluster PSP sequels and a misguided reboot that seemed to miss the mark on what made the original so popular. However, in 2018, Sega finally delivered the sequel fans had been craving for a decade, Valkyrie Chronicles 4. This installment brought back the heartfelt storytelling that propelled the first game to stardom. Although the concept of playing an anime has become commonplace since the original's release, Sega's graphics engine still managed to provide a poignant portrayal of war that felt timeless. Valkyrie Chronicles 4 also introduced smoother gameplay and more strategic depth, but its true triumph was in recapturing the emotional impact that resonated with fans a decade earlier. It's hard to say whether the long wait amplified the game's impact, but one thing's for sure, those 10 years were well worth it in the end.
Fine. Let's go, everybody!
Radiant Historia. Radiant Historia was destined for success from the get-go, debuting on the Nintendo DS in 2010 and quenching the thirst of JRPG enthusiasts everywhere. Taking inspiration from the much-loved Chrono Trigger, Radiant Historia masterfully weaves time travel into its gameplay and narrative, exploring depths the Square Enix classic merely skimmed. Featuring branching paths, dead ends, tough decisions, and time paradoxes, Radiant Historia offers it all in a sleek 16-bit inspired package. The game's charming characters and innovative battle system quickly won over fans, heralded as the best return to form for the genre in a decade. Initially a limited release, Atlus promptly reissued Radiant Historia once word of its brilliance spread. The most accessible version today is Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology for the Nintendo 3DS, a remake boasting extra story content and characters. While I lean towards the original's tighter experience and character art, it ultimately boils down to personal preference. Dragon Quest XI – Echoes of an Elusive Age. Dragon Quest XI – Echoes of an Elusive Age embraced the end of console exclusivity, making a name for itself across PlayStation 4, Nintendo 3DS, PC, and later, the Nintendo Switch. This shift in approach meant more gamers could experience this iconic franchise. Fortunately, Dragon Quest XI delivered a fresh, modern open-world RPG while retaining the series' charming traditions. From adorable slimes and Puff Puff to those unmistakable Toriyama character designs, Dragon Quest XI has the captivating narrative and engaging characters to support its latest installment. But with such a vast world to explore, who could focus solely on the story? The game thrives on episodic adventures rather than a singular, sweeping narrative. By exploring every nook and cranny, players can uncover the essence that has fueled the series for decades. Ni no Kuni – Wrath of the White Witch. Back when playing an anime was a novel concept, with only Sega's Valkyrie Chronicles finding success, Ni no Kuni – Wrath of the White Witch sounded incredibly ambitious. The allure of this game lay in the collaboration between Level 5, pre-Yokai Watch, and Studio Ghibli, famed for films like Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away. The resulting game exceeded expectations, delivering a captivating anime world and more. With monster collecting being a popular JRPG pastime, Ni no Kuni presented a vibrant array of creatures to discover. The storytelling prowess of Level 5 and Studio Ghibli managed to evoke that immersive feeling nostalgic fans craved. Nier Automata. This is a classic we'll discuss for years, thanks to its slick combat, quirky world filled with intriguing robots, complex moral questions, and heart-wrenching plot twists with real-world consequences. It's hard to see action RPGs in the same light again. Platinum Games expertly balanced the world size, side quests, and intense battles. Nier Automata is truly special, whether you're aiming for one ending or whether you're determined to experience all of them. If there's one game that could tempt me to pick up PlayStation 4 again, it's this one. Though a Nintendo intervention would be appreciated.
I am definitely
Wink, wink.
not the person to discuss this with.
I don't think I can.
Fire Emblem Awakening. Nintendo rejuvenated its beloved Fire Emblem series with the release of Fire Emblem Awakening. Selling over 1 million copies and garnering worldwide praise, this game is now credited with saving the series. A flop could have been its last. To appeal to a broader audience, Intelligent Systems traded some hardcore elements for accessibility, a move that displeased some die-hard fans. However, the resulting cast of characters, stellar battle system, and romance mechanics became instant hits with fans and newcomers alike. While old-school fans prefer a more linear and hardcore Fire Emblem experience, like the original Game Boy Advance release in the US, we can't deny that Nintendo struck gold with Awakening.
Huh?
Ys, Memories of Celceta. The PS Vita contains an impressive lineup of JRPGs, but if you're looking for one that epitomizes portable gameplay and on-the-go fun, Falcom Games' Ys series is a prime candidate. With a history rooted in action RPGs, this particular entry feels like a turbocharged Diablo 3. Players control a 3-member party, swapping between characters to vary weapons and fighting styles, while also parrying and dodging for tactical advantages. Facing off against hordes of monsters and bosses, players will need to utilize every skill and power at their disposal. Collecting loot and exploring the vast Celceta forest yields rewards and crafting materials for stronger weapons. Although technically the third iteration of the fourth Ys game, it only features a few nods to its predecessors, allowing newcomers to enjoy this action-packed RPG with its amnesiac hero story trope. Ultimately, the gameplay and combat are the true stars of this PS Vita gem. Trails of Cold Steel. Trails of Cold Steel may be a slow burn, but trust me, the payoff is well worth the wait. As with previous Legend of Heroes games, Cold Steel masterfully crafts an immersive world and endearing characters. Step into the shoes of Class 7 at Thor's Military Academy, nestled in the Erebonian Empire, as they form an experimental class bridging the gap between commoners and nobles. The Trail series is renowned for its ambitious storytelling, and Cold Steel proudly continues this tradition, linking itself to aspects of Trails in the Sky and Crossbell games. The first game in the Trail series to embrace full 3D, Cold Steel boasts massive improvements, making its world even more captivating. The updated combat system introduces a new link mechanic, binding characters together for diverse effects, and an exciting follow-up attack feature. In short, Trails of Cold Steel is a criminally underrated JRPG masterpiece with a phenomenal story and unforgettable characters that truly deserve the spotlight.
Cowardice know no bounds.
We're running out of time.
Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep, hailed by many fans as the pinnacle of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, doesn't let its PSP roots hold it back, delivering a truly authentic experience. Serving as a prequel to the entire series, Birth by Sleep brings in vital characters like young Keyblade masters Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, as well as the formidable villain Xehanort. The game offers a unique twist with 3 distinct storylines, each revolving around one of the main characters that intertwine to create a deeply engaging and emotional narrative with significant implications for the franchise. But it's not just about the story. The gameplay also shines. Though Birth by Sleep's worlds might be smaller than those in the main games, its combat encounters are rapid-fire and exhilarating. New mechanics such as form changes and the shotlock system further expand your arsenal against foes. With stellar storytelling and fan-favorite characters Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, it's no wonder Birth by Sleep holds a special place in the hearts of Kingdom Hearts enthusiasts. Pun not intended. We've come to the end of our epic expedition through the best JRPGs of the 2010s. While it may be considered a weak decade for JRPGs compared to the 90s and the 2000s, this decade still delivered some unforgettable experiences that have forever changed the landscape of the genre. If you've enjoyed our journey through the 2010s, why not hop in our gaming time machine and check out our videos on the best JRPGs of the 1990s and 2000s? Trust me, you won't want to miss the nostalgia-laden gems that await you there.